Hello and welcome to Walk the Pod, Series 48, a brand new series talking about creativity with your host, Rachel Wheeley. Hello, I am a human in the world walking around behind a hospital in southwest London, inviting you away from your desk for just 10 minutes to walk in nature, to pay attention to what's directly in front of you and to enjoy some musings on the subject of creativity, which you can take away from your walk and think about for your actual life and your creative life, which may involve pottery, painting, computer science, cooking, noodling, doodling, other things that rhyme with oodling. I mean, who knows what you do in your creative life? You may not produce anything so much as read a lot of stuff, consume a lot of stuff, and have creative thoughts. All of these things are valid. So that's the first thing to say. Creativity can take many forms and may simply be connecting to ideas that have not been connected before, or connecting to ideas that have been connected before and making new associations and new things. It's a very exciting topic. I am thrilled to be able to bring you all kinds of thoughts about it, including that perfectionism might be the enemy of creativity, that creativity is something which you can do in groups or on your own, that it may involve a period of incubation, that it may take you in directions you never thought possible, and that failure, of course, is absolutely part of it in a very serious and important way. So we're going to have a great time over the next 10 working days, including this one, to put some thoughts together on creativity. And as always, I'm more interested in your thoughts than I am in my own. So if you've got anything to say on the topic, please get in touch via walkthepod.com. Welcome to Walk the Pod. So episode 1, talking about creativity and perfectionism. I have very strong feelings on this topic, so I want to say again at the beginning, please tell me what you think of when I say creativity, because it may not be the same. But perfectionism is the enemy of creativity, is my thesis to you today, dear friends. It is absolutely essential that we are prepared to have a go and fail if we're going to be creative, because as we've discussed before, Ira Glass of This American Life told us that the problem with trying to put anything new in the world is that our skills don't always match up to our taste, and that proves that our taste is killer, and we should be very proud of that. But what we need to do is we need to produce a huge volume of work, and if we're perfectionist about that volume of work, we may not be prepared to start publishing it because we may be too concerned that it's not good enough to be published, and that we will be laughed at, humiliated, shamed by the people we show it to. And so what I need to encourage everyone to do is just be prepared to be rubbish to start with. Show people your work, be prepared for them to go, yes, I see what you tried to do there. Because some of them will be able to encourage you whilst being able to see that what you've done isn't very good. Some of them will be too ashamed for you to be able to celebrate what you're trying to do. And differentiating between those two people is differentiating between friends and creative mentors. There's nothing wrong with friends who can't celebrate how rubbish you are at a thing you're trying to learn to do. Those people can still be excellent humans, but the creative mentors that we want to show our work to repeatedly are the ones who are able to say, I see what you're trying to do there, and to cheer us on and encourage us to keep learning, to keep putting stuff out into the world, because the more work we produce, the better our skills will get, until potentially, given a little bit of luck and natural talent and perseverance, they reach the level that we have a vision for what we want to produce, and blow me down if we can't produce it as well. Your thoughts are very welcome on this. Walkthepod.com. You can press a button to leave a voice note for Walk the Pod, which will take you to an app called SpeakPipe. You can leave me 59 seconds. Is it 59 seconds? No, it's 90 seconds of your beautiful voice. 90 seconds, isn't that great? On the topic of creativity, or a walking report, or anything else you want to say. And I can put it in the very next show. That's the show that will be coming out tomorrow lunchtime. Because on Walk the Pod, we record every day for 2 working weeks. We complete a topic, and then I consult the members of the Walk the Pod Lunchtime Walk Club on what we should talk about next. It's been a wonderful project. It's been so helpful for me, for my mental and physical health over the last nearly 4 years. We've just reached 40,000 downloads. I'm incredibly proud of this project and the small community of walkers all over the world that we brought together through it. And I'm really keen to get the word out and have more people dabble in 10-minute walking and paying attention to what's directly in front of them in nature every day. What can I see directly in front of me? 2 German Shepherd dogs. Very proud of myself for being able to identify a breed of dog correctly, but of course they might not be, and you'd never know. No, I'm pretty confident they're Alsatians. In the distance, in the park, sniffing around each other, sort of circling each other in a kind of curious way. Lime bikes just gone past. Somebody on one of those electric hireable bikes through the park. Got somebody throwing a ball with one of those spaghetti serving spoons on the green in front of me, wearing a kaleidoscopically colourful shirt, looking very cheerful. And another pup, which I'm going to say is a golden Labrador or a golden retriever, don't know quite what you say, in the distance, keeping away from the little spaniel type dog that's running around after the ball being served out of the spaghetti spoon. And we've got people in scrubs and jackets walking around who work in the hospital, taking a break from the ward that they work on, because I am behind St George's Hospital in southwest London. And there's 1 or 2 tots in the park, and 1 or 2 people who work in the university I work in just strolling around. So there's an enormous amount going on today. It's not the most beautiful day in the world. It's a little bit overcast. We've had some very, very sort of odd weather this last few days, sort of changeable, sunny, then rainy, then sunny, then rainy again, to the point where you can't quite decide whether you're going to go on your little errand you thought of or not, because it just keeps changing its mind about what it's doing. But today we're in a little dry patch before the rain starts later on, so I'm quite enjoying that. It's lovely to stretch my legs with you, as ever. Really nice to take a break in the middle of the work day. And I know not everybody can take a break in the middle of the work day, but I'm hopeful that Walk the Pod will allow you to start your walk with a friendly voice in your ear whenever you're able to stroll. Be that first thing in the morning, lunchtime, after work, weekends, whenever. And if you're finding yourself listening to this while sat at a desk doing work, that's okay. As somebody in the church once said to me, we welcome people from all parts of the path. And my part of the path is out of the church, being a gay person, and consequently not welcome in the church currently. So I would just like to extend a warmer hand than that one to you. If you're listening to this while standing in your kitchen, you're very welcome along. What you might do eventually is incorporate some walking into your life, but maybe you won't. It's entirely up to you. I'm here to bring you thoughts on our topic every month, as well as walking. I think walking is wonderful. I am a huge advocate for it, but equally it's difficult being alive. It's difficult to fit everything in, and I understand that better than most people. Thank you for walking with me, dear friends. It's been an absolute delight to stretch my legs with you this lunchtime and just chew the fat, discuss creativity and whether perfectionism is its enemy or not. And we will go on to discuss lots of other things, including the incubation period needed for creativity, what exactly it actually is, what counts, what doesn't count. I have a pretty broad idea of what counts, as you may already be able to see. And generally, we go on, and my job is to encourage you to be your best creative self. as well as to take regular walks. And hopefully we go on together and we encourage one another to experience the mental health boost that a 10-minute walk can bring. Around 2 hours of enhanced mood from a 10-minute stroll is the latest research. And I'm delighted to find out about research when it comes out saying things like that. Why do you sound like you've got a frog in your throat, Rach? Well, I suffer from something called subglottic stenosis, which means that I inhale saline every morning to keep my pipes clear, my windpipe clear. But sometimes by lunchtime it's sort of gone downhill a bit. So some episodes you will hear me talking and think, the saline needs to be upped a bit there, Rach. And it's my job to make sure that I'm doing enough. So feel free to send me a message if you think that's necessary. walkthepod@gmail.com is the podcast's email address. Thank you so much for listening. It has been an absolute delight to walk with you. I'll be back tomorrow with episode 2 of our new series, Series 48, on creativity. There will be 10 episodes in this series in total. And the lovely thing about Walk the Pod is that it has a beautiful Discord server where walkers from all over the world can chat to one another. So if you'd like to be part of that all the time, not just when the podcast is on air, you can get to that too via walkthepod.com. Take care of your beautiful mind, yourselves and each other, and I'll be back tomorrow.